And Albert Fish was born on this day in New York City in 1870.
Do you know the obituaries is concerning me? I'm a little worried because people are dying in alphabetical order.
Who the fuck is Albert Fish?
What?
Who the fuck is Albert Fish?
Oh, Albert Fish?
I've never heard of that guy.
He was known as the Gray Man.
The Grain Man?
The Gray
the
Man.
Gray Man.
The werewolf of Wisteria.
I
You know why he was known as the Gray Man? Because he was a serial killer. He slayed children and ate them. He's a cannibal. But when the police asked a woman to describe him, and she said he was gray in both appearances and demeanor. Very bad description. For
this
the
is like
police to
Arsenio
know.
when it was woo.
Yeah, ooh. But
I'm
anyways,
pretending I know who Albert Gray is. I didn't.
no, Albert Fish.
Oh.
You're a New Yorker. So anyways, he was a child rapist and cannibal, as I explained.
When he says child
Jesus
rapist, you try not to
Christ.
laugh when he looks at you.
Oh,
There's
come
something
on, man. It's not
I
funny.
know it's not, but I know you want people to laugh. When
But
you say
Fish
rapist.
boasted that he had children in every state. Now, I would not boast about that. I don't think you would. I don't think you'd do it. But if you did do it, you certainly wouldn't boast about
Not
it.
at all, sir.
You'd take that to the grave with you. But he boasted.
Well, they say they
Anyways.
eventually all
Jesus.
sing like a canary
They do say that?
about murderers, right?
Yeah,
they
want,
brag to a
eventually want
friend.
be caught,
Right.
yeah.
When Norm bragged, sorry.
But Fish, this is interesting. Fish chose his victims. He only chose victims who were either mentally handicapped. Now, don't laugh at this next part, please.
You know he wants you to, right?
No, if you laugh at this next part.
Okay, and I'm not going to
Fish
drink
chose
water.
victims who were either mentally handicapped or African American. Oh, come on. Why would you think that's funny? God damn, Fred. Jesus Christ, that was the worst part of the story. Okay, but why do you think he did that? What would be the explanation? Why would he only attack? Why would his victims that he chose only be either mentally handicapped or African Americans?
Because people in those days didn't care when those people were vanished.
You're
right.
thinking like
Right.
Albert Fish now.
And prostitutes, that's why they kill
That's right.
prostitutes.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's
Nobody
right.
really cares
No.
about prostitutes.
Well, it's like that comedian that would rape people at comedy club. No, in colleges.
Yes, Vince Champ.
They
friend.
always said his great gimmick was that people would think who did it, and they never, because he'd go on to another town and another college. But
Yeah.
when people say, "What about the comic?"
Yeah. Maybe the worst gimmick a comic ever had. But anyways, but you were exactly right. That's why Albert Fish killed only mentally handicapped and African Americans.
What about? Okay.
I thought you'd laugh at African Americans again, that they were.
No, because I know him. I know he'll do something. That's outrageous. How
Well, it's
dare
kind of
you.
outrageous for you. But anyways, Fish tortured, mutilated, and murdered the youngsters. They were children. With a meat cleaver, a butcher knife, and a small hand saw.
Oh,
God, you're...
this is the topical portion?
Yeah.
It's the birthday.
And then he solidified his reputation as the most vicious child slayer in criminal history.
Oh,
Though
you know who
barely
was?
literate, Fish wrote taunting letters to the parents of his victims, gruesomely detailing
Jesus.
how he slayed, butchered, cooked, and then with great enjoyment dined on their offspring. He would inevitably declare that a child's roasted rump was the most toothsome dish in all of gastronomy. Additionally,
you make
Fish
me-
was
I
a
never heard this
masochist. Get this. And he would insert wool doused with lighter fluid into his own anus and set it alight for his own enjoyment. Fish was finally arrested, and he immediately began confessing to killing 700 children.
Get out of here.
Yes, and he was dizzyingly happy about it. Smiled as he described the grisly details of the tortures and the murders, appearing to the detectives. And one of the detectives said he appeared as the devil himself. I mean, this guy was a real jerk.
Now I know there was no Albert Fish. Because I would have heard about that.
700.